Hey there, are you preparing for the test or the exam? I'm sure you have found the right channel to subscribe to. So in today's class, I'm just going to simply explain to you some of the concepts using different exam questions from different topics, of which I'm going to be doing this in parts, and this is part 1 of my video. Please make sure that you subscribe and make sure that you click on the notification button. Okay, let's get started. So the first question is saying, let A and B be subset of the universal set. Look at that. What is the key thing here? So the key thing you need to take note is that you have been told that A and B are the what? Are the subsets. So this is one important point you need to know, which is saying A and B are the subsets of that. So from there, we are saying simplify the following as one single set given that A is a subset of B. Wow. So once again, we have been told A is a subset of what? B. So in short here, they just wanted to know if you guys know the symbol for subset. Okay, so with this information given, I can simply use the Venn diagram to simplify all my work, and all I will need is just to use the reference. Okay, so let me quickly go down and work it out with you. So we are saying E is the universal set. So if E is the universal set, we simply know that E will be the guy in the rectangle, which I'm trying to draw right now. So this is our set E, which is there, and then this set E is having two subsets. So the first subset is set B. So set B, it is this guy there. Okay, so again, what we have been taught is that A is a subset of what? Set B. So A will surely be inside of set what? Set B. So this is set A, this is set what? Set B. So having that in mind, we can easily work out the questions we have been taught. The first one is A intersection B complement union B complement. Okay, so let me quickly go down and I'll be able to show you the work. Okay, so the first guy, as I've said, it is A intersection B, and then it is complement union B complement. Okay, so what are we trying to achieve here? So what we are trying to achieve at this moment is to express this whole expression as a single expression, and as I have said, it is best done by using the Venn diagram. Okay, so I'm going to use the Venn diagram using different colors. So I'll start with what is in the bracket. What is in the bracket is A intersection B. So A intersection B is surely A. So this is your A intersection B. Okay, so guys, make sure that you follow me very well. So this is your A intersection what? B. Now if we say A intersection B complement, so A intersection B complement, what will it be? So A intersection B complement will surely be the outside of A. So what is the outside of A? So this is the outside of A. So the outside of A, which is that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy. Okay, so after that, we have been told you unite this set, which is the one in red, you unite it with what? B complement. So if you were to sketch B complement, how will it look like? So B complement will surely be this guy in black. So B complement will surely be this guy in black. Okay, I hope we are able to see this is B complement. Okay, now we are uniting. Okay, So if you look at the union of this set, the union of this set is just A intersection B complement. It is just A intersection B complement, which is just a complement, okay, which is just a complement. So the answer for this guy is a complement. Okay, I'm sure I've simplified it in a way that you guys can easily understand. Like I've said, first you draw A intersection B, which is the green guy. So A intersection B complement, which is simply going to be outside A. So when you do outside A, that is A intersection B complement, then you draw B complement, which is the black guy. Now, since we are uniting them, you find that when you unite them, what you are having is just A intersection B complement, which is the same as A complement. All right. So that's for the first part. The second part is A intersection B union E complement. Okay. So let me quickly do the same thing. And I'll make sure that I'm a little bit fast. Okay, so we go again. So what we are going to find is that the same set we had, so we have that guy as our E, then we have the inside, which is our B, we have the other inside, which is our A. So this is your A, this is your B, and this is your E. Okay, so if you have that, then what's next? If you have that, what's next? So you go back to the question, which is A intersection B union E. Okay, complement. Okay, so the question is simple and straightforward. The question is simple and straightforward. So the question is A intersection open bracket B union E complement. Okay, there we go. Wow, I love this question. I really love this question. Actually, this question I would not even use the Venn diagram. I can't use the Venn diagram because I can use it, but it's simple. It's all about applying the universal rule. Okay, so look at that, guys. So when we say B union E, B union A is the universal set because this is the universal set. So when you unite any set with the universal set, automatically you know that it is the universal set, right? Now, if you look at that, you're going to understand that what you are having inside here is just E, okay? So this simply means that what we have at this point, we just simply have A intersection E complement, because you know when you unite the universal set with any set, it's going to give you what? The universal set. Okay, because what are we trying to say? If we were to use the Venn diagram, this is what we are going to have. So set B, it is what is inside there. It is what is inside, including A. Okay, it is what is inside there. Then we are uniting this friend of ours with set what? Set E. And we know that set E is everything. Set E is just simply everything. You get that? Now we are uniting this set. So meaning B union E, it is what? It is the universal set. Okay. Now we have found that what was inside there, which is A intersection, B union E complement, is the same as A intersection E complement. Okay, so if you look at the rules states that the complement of the universal set is the empty set. Okay, so since it's the empty set, so what we are just saying, this expression is also the same as A intersection the empty set. And you know that an intersection between A set and an empty set is an empty set. So the answer here is just empty set, which can also be written in that form. All right, so that's it, guys, for this part. So I'm sure I'll give you an assignment for you guys to do this one and the other one. Please make sure that you send the solutions in my inbox, and I'll surely respond to you. So guys, let's go to question 2. Question 2 is also an easy question. If you look at it very well, it's an easy question. So what's the secret for solving this question? So it's saying, show that number, which is 3.28111, is a rational number. So the key is for you to take note of where are these numbers repeating themselves. So if you observe, you're going to find they're starting to repeat themselves on 8 there. So some of you would prefer to start from 1 going this side, which is a little bit wrong, because these numbers are starting to repeat themselves on 8. So it's 817, 817, 817. So meaning on this 817, that's why you're going to put a bar like that. Okay, so this simply means that the number we have down there, is just 3.2817. So guys, just a minute, let me just quickly erase the solution that I was delivering. Okay, so yeah, okay. So if we can have that, we can simplify in that way. What can stop us from working out? Because we simply know what we are doing. We simply know what we are doing and what we are supposed to do. Okay, so let me quickly go back to the question, and I'm really sorry for that delay of erasing. So here, as I have said, 3.217. So on 817 is where you're going to put the bar, because that's where these numbers are repeating themselves. Okay, so let me quickly write that number. So that number is 3.2817817 blah 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 blah. So these are the numbers which are repeating themselves. The repetition is starting from 8 here. This is where the repetition is starting from. So you find that 817 is repeating itself, but not 2. 2 is not repeating itself. So the bar will be on 817. The bar will be on 817. So what are we just trying to say is that that number can be written as 3.2 817 bar. Okay, so that number can easily be written as that. That number can easily be written as that. Okay, so guys, like I said, I'm still mastering these things, so I'll make sure that soon I catch up. Okay, so I have found that this is that, so I can say let's x be equal to 3.2817 bar, and then I can say then. Okay, so if you look at this guy, you find that what we have found is this. Okay, so you just need to count the number of decimal points without a bar on top. So the number here, it is just 1, meaning you are multiplied by 10. So we are going to multiply it by 10. So we are going to say then 10x is simply equal to 32.817 7 bar. Look at that. So we have just simply multiplied this number by 10. So when you multiply this number by 10, for sure this point will go to the other point. Okay, it will go somewhere there, right? Yeah. So since it has gone somewhere there, but we still have these other numbers there. So for us to get rid of these numbers with a bar on top, we are also going to go back and count all the number of decimal places. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So you get the multiple of 4, which a multiple of 10, which has the 4 zeros. So the one with 4 zeros is simply 10,000. Okay, so 10,000 x is simply equal to 32817 point, because these 817 are repeating themselves, so you're going to write 817 there, bar. Okay, so look at that. Wow, this simply means that our work is now being simplified. So from there, what you really need to do is just to subtract this part. Okay, you subtract those two. So what you are going to say here, you're just going to say let me go a bit down there. So you're going to say 10 1 1 1 that is equal to 32,817.817. Like I have said, you do what? You subtract, guys. You subtract. So you're going to subtract that. So you're going to write 10x is equal to, you get that guy there, which is going to be what? 32.817 bar. The question is, why are we subtracting? Why are we subtracting? So we are subtracting to just simply get rid of the repetition. We are subtracting to get rid of the repetition. Okay, so guys, make sure that you are able to do this. So when you subtract 10,000, minus 10, what are you having? Hey, I'm sure you have answered something like 990x, which is going to be equal to, then we are going to subtract 32,817 minus 32, and this is going to give us 3 2, right? 7 8 5. Okay, 7 8 5, guys. All right, so from there we're going to divide throughout by 9990 0 there over 9990. Why are we dividing throughout by 990? Because our goal is to express this guy in rational form. So automatically that guy and that guy will go. So when that guy and that guy goes, what are we having? That's another question. When that guy and that guy goes, what are we having? So we are simply having x is simply equal to 32785 over 9990. All right, guys. So my colleague was laughing at me that my handwriting in my previous video was really bad, but I have already told him, bro, I need to improve on my handwriting, and this is my second video. So x is equal to, you look for a number that can go into that and the number that can go into that. For sure 5 can go into that, right? Okay, so 5 divide that number on top, divide by 5, the answer is 6557. 6557. 7. Okay, so 6557 is our answer, on top. Then over, you say 9990 divided by 5. So 9990 divided by 5 is just 1998. Okay, so this is our final answer for that expression. So we have simply answered this expression of writing that in the form of rational number. So when they say rational numbers, so they're just simply telling us to express it in the form of P over Q. In some books, it is A over P. Okay, that's a rational number. Okay, so let me quickly go on the next one. Express 3 minus square root 4 in the form of that. Okay, so let me write that, but before I write, I'll make sure that I raise my friends here. So please guys, okay, so please make sure that you subscribe to our channel. All right, so the next guy is express that guy in the form of that. So this is just simply asking you to find the conjugates. Okay, so to find the conjugates. Okay, so let me quickly solve it in an easy and nice way. So you have 3 minus square root 4 over 3 plus square root 8. Okay, so how can you work this out? How can you work this out? How can you work this out? It's the question that most of us are asking ourselves, but it's very easy. Okay, so in this case, your focus should be on the denominator. You are conjugating the denominator. Okay, now look at something here. Look at something here. This is 3 minus square root 4 over 3 plus square root what? Square root 8. So if I was to simplify this guy, you're going to find that this guy can be written as 3 minus square root 4, it is 2, okay? Over, you can say 3 plus square root, you say 4 times 2, okay? You say 4 times 2, okay? So if you have that, you are simply going to do what? What are you going to simply do? So if you have that, you can simply work it out. 3 minus 2, it is 1 over 3 plus, you know, that is 4 square root 4 dot square root what? 2. Okay, square root 4 dot square root 2. So if you work out that, you're going to find that this is the same as 1 over, so 3 plus, what is square root 4? It's just 2 and then over 2. Okay, wow. So if you look at that, guys, this is something that has just simply been worked on. So we are saying our expression is 1 over 3 plus 2. Oh my god. Okay, 3 plus 2 square root 2. Okay, so for you to work this out, you just simply need to find the conjugate of that. So the conjugate here, it's going to be open bracket 3 minus 2 square root 2. Okay, so when you talk of the conjugate, for example, the conjugate of A square root B, the conjugate is just A minus square root what? B. Okay, so this is the same as square root B plus A. The conjugate is also square root B minus A. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that has helped someone somewhere, and you guys will be able to find the conjugates of anything that you shall be given in your test, exam, or anywhere. Okay, so let's look at the conjugate of that. So the conjugate of that I've already stated, which is that guy there. So the only thing I need to do is to multiply both sides by 3 minus 2 square root what? 2. Okay, so if you look at 3 minus square root 2, 2 square root 2, and that one, these are different of 2 squares, not so. You see how easy this question is, and then when you say this times that, it is that. Okay, so let me quickly work it out. So what we are saying is, on top, when you multiply, it's going to be 3 minus 2 square root 2 over, this is different of 2 squares, so it's the same as 3 squared minus 2 square root 2 squared. Okay, so that's what we have. That's what we simply have. I'm sure no one can fail to do this if you follow my video very well. So from there, it's going to be 3 minus 2 square root 2 over 3 squared, it is 9, minus that 4 and that. So this will be 4 dots 2. Okay, you know, 2 squared, it is what? It is surely 2. It is surely 2 if you work it out like that. And then 2 squared, it is 2. Okay, so we have that. Okay, so we have that. Since we have that, the dot here is just standing for multiplication. So we're going to have 3 minus 2 square root 2 over 9 minus what? 8. Wow, this question was really easy. So this one will be 3 minus 2 square root what? 2 over what? 1. Okay, so you know 1 into anything, it is equal to that thing. So meaning our answer is simply equal to 3 minus 2 square root what? 2. Okay, so this is our answer for that question. That's our answer for that question. Okay, so we have simply expressed the answer in that form which we have been asked to do. All right, so next question is saying, given that z is equal to that, and that is equal to that, find w. So for us guys to find w, we are just going to replace where there is z, we are going to put what? We are going to put the values we have been given. Okay, so what we simply have at this moment is that 1 over w. What we simply have here is 1 over w is equal. So where there is z, we are going to be putting w because w has already been given. So it's going to be 1 minus 2. What is z? Z is negative 1 plus what? 2i. Okay, and then open bracket plus, we are going to say z squared. Z squared, we have already been given 1 plus 2i. Okay, squared like that. Okay, so you have just replaced z with what you have been given. So if at all you were to work it out nicely, you're going to find that we are going to have 1 over w is simply equal to 1 plus 2. This negative 2 times 1, it is what? It is plus 2. This negative 2 times that is going to be negative 4i. Okay, negative 4i. Then there you simply have this, you can expand it. Okay, this you can expand it. I'm not going to do it fast because we are different. So you're going to say negative 1 plus 2i, and then you multiply it, negative 1 plus 2i. Okay, because it is squared. Okay, so since it's squared, you just do what I have done. Okay, so if at all you were to work it out, you're going to find 1 over W is simply equal to 1, sorry, you are going to find that this one and that 2, they are like them, so it's going to be 3 minus 4i, then this guy times that guy, it is plus 1. Let me use a different color for best illustration for some of us. Okay, so this guy, this -1 times -1 is going to be plus 1. Okay, so this I multiply it with that. Again, I get this, I multiply it by that. It's going to be negative 2i, negative 2i. Then I'll do the same thing with the friend. I'll do the same thing with the friend who is 2i. Okay, so when I say 2i times -1, it's going to be negative 2i, right? This one times that one, it's negative 2i. Then this one times 2i, you know, I times I, it is I squared, and this I squared is the same as -1. Put that in mind. So I times I is -1. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times -1 is just simply equal to -4. All right. So that's what we have. So the best thing we need to do now is to just collect the like terms like we did before. So what we are simply saying is 1 over W is equal to this and that, they're like terms and that, right? So this and that, it is what? This and this guy here, and that guy is giving us 4, not so, and then plus that guy. So it's going to be 4 minus 4, which is 0. Okay, so that guy is giving us 0. So the real part is 0. So this guy is 0, right? And then if you have that, then the next thing you need to do, this and that, it's -4 plus that is going to give you negative 8i. Okay, negative 8i. Oh wow, this question is really interesting. So negative I, okay, negative I, that's it, like that. Okay, but remember, we have been told to find W in that form. Okay, we have been told to find W in that form. So after that, we can simply cross multiply those guys. When we cross multiply, we are going to find that 1 is 1. Let me just write that. Okay, we are just going to find that 1 is equal to 0 minus 8i W, right? 0 minus 8i W. Okay, so my W will be there. Have cross multiplied. All right. So from there, you can simply know that W is equal to 1 over 0 minus what? 80i. Okay. Now, guys, you can't leave this question like that. Why? Because you have been told to express it. You have been told to express it in that form. You have been told to express it in that form. Okay, so the best thing you can do now is by finding the conjugate of that. By finding the conjugate of that. Okay, but anyway, if you want, you can't use 0. If you want, 0 can be used. Okay, if you want, you can go this way, whereby you say 1 over negative 8i, then you find the conjugate there. It's okay, you'll find the same thing. But in my case, because I've been moving with 0, so I'll go with 0. So W is equal to 1 over 0 minus 8i. Okay, so I multiply by the conjugate, which is 0 plus 8i, and then over, I'm going to have 0 plus 8i. Okay, that's what we have there. So if this is worked on, the question is, what are we going to have when we work out this friend of ours? So when you work out this friend of ours, you're going to find that W will simply be equal to 0 plus 8i over, you're going to say 0 squared minus 8i squared. The reason why I'm including 0, because according to the question, they want us to write it in the form a plus bi. Okay, so the real part has to be included. So and then from there you're going to say W is simply equal to 0 plus 8i over that. This will be 64 I squared, which is -1, times that. So the answer here is just 64. Okay, so if you split that fraction can simply be split into 2. Okay, this fraction can simply be split into 2. So you're going to have W is equal to 0 over 64 and then plus 8 over 64i. Okay, so from that point, you're going to find that 0 divided by a number, it is 0. So you're going to have W is equal to 0 plus 8 into 8, it is 1 over 8i. Okay, so that is the form we were asked to use. So that's the form. This is the form which is there. So make sure that you write your 0, because the 0 is symbolizing the imaginary part, and the IB, which is 1 over 8, is symbolizing the imaginary part. So that's the answer, ladies and gentlemen, for that question. Okay, now let me quickly do the next question. Let me quickly do the last question for this video. So the next question is saying, given that square root 3 is irrational, so square root 3 is irrational, you have been told, prove that 5 minus square root 3 is irrational. So to solve this question, we are just simply going to do it in a nice and easy way. Okay, so since they are saying, given that that is irrational, prove that that is irrational. Okay, so what we are going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is something that is very easy, and I'm sure you guys are going to understand. So you are going to say, let us assume. So we are making an assumption. So let us assume, okay, let us assume the opposite. So when we assume the opposite, what are we simply saying? So we are saying, if we assume the opposite, we are just saying let 5 minus square root 3 be rational. Okay, so this is an assumption. This is an assumption. So we let that guy to be what? To be rational. Okay, hence, since it's rational, we're going to say hence. Okay, we can say since it's rational, hence that means that 5 minus square root 3 is equal to P over Q. Is equal to P over Q. So guys, just writing this, when following the method mark here, you have gotten an half mark. So when following the method mark here, you have gotten a half mark. Okay, so after we assume that, what are we supposed to say? So when we assume such, we can simply say we take this guy to the other side. So we're going to have negative square root 3 is equal to p over q minus what? 5. Okay, p over q minus 5. Okay, so that's what we have. Okay, so from here, guys, once you have that, what are you going to do? You can just simply multiply throughout by a negative 1. Okay, so you multiply this side by a negative 1 to get rid of that negative, and also this side by a negative 1. So when you multiply, you're going to have square root 3 is equal to negative p over q plus what? 5. Okay, negative p over q plus 5. So when we have that, what is next? When we have that, what is next? So you can work out this as a fraction. So you can say negative 3 is equal to, common denominator there, it is q into that, it is 1 times that, it's negative p, and then 1 into that, so it's going to be plus what? 5q. Okay, because this guy is more like over 1. So when you do that, what's the next thing are you supposed to do? What's the next thing are you supposed to do? So from here, you can see that from the statement, this guy was what? Irrational. From the statement, this guy was irrational. Okay, sorry guys, handwriting, I just pray that I improve with time. And then this guy, if you look at it, you find that this guy is rational. So when doing the method mark here, I have what? I have to give you a mark. Okay, so this side, it is irrational, the other side is rational. Okay, so square root 3, like from the statement, it is irrational, and then this guy, since it's a fraction, it means that it is rational. Okay, so from there, here you find that that guy is rational and the other guy is rational. Okay, since I can say, since neg p plus 5q over q, I've put since there, is rational, but, okay, please guys don't laugh at my handwriting, but when you look at 3, but square root 3 is irrational. Okay, but square root 3 is irrational. So what are we going to say? We know that irrational cannot be irrational. So rational cannot be equal to irrational. Okay, that guy there, they cannot be the same. So since those guys cannot be the same, this is a contradiction to our assumption, because our assumption has to give us a rational value. So we can say this is a contradiction. This is a contradiction to our assumption, because we had to get an assumption. So this is a contradiction to our assumption. Okay, which is what? Our assumption has been found to be incorrect. Okay, so hence you write that Hence, you say, I just hope I improve in my handwriting. Hence, 3 minus 3 minus, was it 3? Let me go back to my question. Hence, 5 minus square root 3 is irrational. Hence, 5 minus square root 3 there is irrational. Okay, I think that's how best you can approach these questions, and I just hope you guys have been following, and I just hope you guys have benefited one or two things from my explanation. Okay, and in a case you want to get in touch of me or you want a clarification, you can simply WhatsApp me on 09658874774. So in a case you want to get in touch of me or you want to ask something, I will really respond to you. All right, thank you very much, guys. Stay blessed and make sure that you stay safe.